truckers, it is a beautiful day for trucking in the USA. Today I'm out in Ottumwa, Iowa. We're just almost into John Deere here. I've already picked up one stop on this load. I picked it up bright and early this morning up in Waterloo. I got a tractor on. We're going to pick up a set of headers now. Kind of an interesting load because this will be the first multi-piece load I've done in, God, I can't remember how long, because usually pulling the RGN you just have one piece that goes on here. Well, this load, multiple pieces, multiple pickups, so I don't think I've actually done more than one piece on a load in the last year, so this is going to be a little bit interesting for me. So we'll get in here a little bit. We're about 14 miles away right now. Get this picked up, get it on the trailer, and we're going to have just under 1,400 miles to go to get where we're going. There's 2 stops on this load, one in Lewistown, Montana, one in Havre, Montana, and I'm going to put it down hard and try and get up there as quick as I can. I want to be empty on Wednesday. It's now Monday. I want to get this off the trailer so I can go get something reloaded and hopefully get to run that reload through the rest of the week. So that's really where I'm trying to be. So we'll see if that happens or not, but that's what I'm trying to make happen right now. So let's go get this rest of this put on the trailer and we'll go get her done here. So I'm sitting here down at my pickup and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting some more. I've been here for quite a while now. It is, well, I've been here for an hour and 15 minutes and they haven't even come out to get me yet. So kind of killing my day here because I was way ahead of the power curve when I showed up here. I got in here real good time this morning. I was 2 hours ahead of when I wanted to show up, and now they've killed almost an hour and 15 minutes of that. So I'm hoping I can get in and out of here pretty fast. That's the thing I hate about doing these multiple stop loads is sometimes you get on something and it takes you forever. Whoa. That doesn't sound good. I don't know if that's lunch because it's noon here, or if it's a fire drill. No idea what's going on. I don't know, maybe the whole place is going to blow up and I can just leave. Probably an evacuation drill or something, I don't know. Anyways, well, we're going to continue to do the hurry up and wait here. See what's going on with this, see if they get the siren shut off here. Well, whatever it is, it's over now. What's this guy here done? I hope this is them coming up to say, hey, we're ready to load you now. Probably not, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted, though. All right, we are loaded, and I'm out of there. It only took like 3.5 hours to get gone. I was kind of there forever, which really sucks because there's only 2 pieces, but it is what it is. But we're rocking now. I got 1,370 miles to go to my final delivery there, so a pretty good little run out in front of me. But we'll get a bunch of it knocked out today, get the rest of it knocked out tomorrow, and then be making deliveries on Wednesday. Also just got a really good phone call. The vet called me, said that Dexter's doing really good. He's going to get released from the vet today. My dad's going to go over and pick him up, and then my dad's going to watch him for a while for me. We just want to make sure that Dexter isn't going to have any problems. Because his hip was dislocated, so we've got to be real careful with that. We need to make sure that, you know, his hip isn't gonna, you know, come back out of the socket or anything like that, and then he's getting around good. So Dad's gonna get him. He's gonna watch him for a little while just to make sure that everything's good to go before he comes back, because I want to make sure that he doesn't have any issues, because it would be a real bad thing to get like 1,000 miles from home and find out that we got to get him rushed into surgery or something to fix something on his leg. So real concerned about that. We're just going to have to play it by ear and see how that goes. So maybe, I don't know how long it's going to be before I even get to see him here, because I'm going to be running pretty hard, kind of got to make the money for that vet bill and everything else. So, and got some other stuff I need to do too. We're going to be doing kingpins on the truck pretty quick, and some things like that. And then I got another little surprise brew in here for you guys, so we'll have that popping up pretty quick here. So Anyways, like I said, 1,368 miles, and it is now about 1:20 Mountain Time, so 2:20 local. So we're not doing too bad. I really want to be on the road already, so I can only drive until about 7:45 Mountain. So that should give me enough time to make Mitchell, South Dakota. Actually, it's going to put me like right there, right on the cusp of where I need to be. So I've really got to push it hard and get on over there. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of time on my 14. So no time to dawdle here. That's for absolute sure. But we should be all right because the GPS says that I'll get in there at 8:48, so we're going to be right there where I need to be. But I think I can squeeze a few minutes out of this yet. So, well, good morning, everybody. It's day 2 of this load. We're just leaving Mitchell, South Dakota. I was just at Trail King. I got something I'm working on. We'll see if you guys can guess what it is. Got some other stuff coming together though, so pretty darn excited about it. Feeling real good right now. We are right now 272 miles from my next stop, which is going to be over at Rapid City. I got to stop there, get the oil changed, and then we'll get in there, and then out of there I'm going to try and make Billings tonight. We're 942 miles from our final delivery. Not doing too bad on this run. Yesterday I made 2 pickups, and despite the little issues that we had, I still managed to make about 583 miles yesterday, so did pretty good. Worked it pretty hard. I was pretty beat last night. I went into Marlin's there at the I-90 truck stop there in Mitchell, and got myself some ribs. Those were pretty good. And then we cooking on across now, and hopefully, well, it should be into Mitchell about 11:20, or excuse me, into Rapid City about 11:23. Going to be kind of interesting because Bike Week started yesterday, and it sounds like they're getting pretty rowdy out there. The guys just talking over at Trail King, he said that they've already had 6 fatalities over there. So just people getting wild and crazy. So a little hesitant about that, but not much you can do there. So. And they're all over the road. It's actually, I mean, the ones that bother me aren't the motorcycles themselves. It's the guys in the, you know, because I mean, I know a lot of bikers. If you guys have been following me long enough, you know that there's a group of bikers I hang around with, excuse me, that go out to Washington, D.C. every year on 9/11 and protest out there. And there's a few of us trucks that go along. I went with them last year, thinking about doing it again this year. I just don't know if I'll be able to. And just, you know, kind of stand up for what's going on. So you guys get to see some of that if I do that this year. You know, I'm in a little bit of a money crunch, so I don't know if I can take the time off this year to do it, because I'm probably going to need to keep things pretty busy, but we'll see on that. We'll just have to see. I don't know how everything's going to work out yet. But we'll be doing that, though, and seeing what happens here. But like I was saying, the guys that really bother me amongst the bikers aren't the bikers themselves, the guys that are running down the road. Because those guys, when they're running, they're usually pretty cautious because they don't want to get whacked by a big truck. You get the occasional, you know, idiot that got something to prove on the back of a bike. You know, most of the people that ride them long distance cross country, they're aware of the danger. They're usually pretty good riders. I find the ones that are the problems are the people that they get in the RV and they put the trailer behind it, and then they put the motorcycles in the trailer, and then they head to Sturgis. Those tend to be the people that can't drive out here. They have a real hard time with that motor coach. And, you know, in my opinion, if you want to drive one of these big motor coaches, you ought to have a CDL. You ought to have to pass the same test I could take, because the thing's got air brakes. The thing is just as big as a passenger carrying bus. You know, you ought to have the same license I have to get to go drive one of these. But that being said, those tend to be the people that can't mind their lane, that drive like idiots, that block up fuel islands, that, you know, like I had one yesterday. This is probably a $3 million Prevost towing like a 30-foot double-stack car trailer that probably had his Mercedes-Benz in there and a couple of motorcycles, you know? And the dude could not stay in his lane. He's just all over the place. And they get into the truck stop, and they just act like real pricks to everybody. And those are the people during Bike Week that I can't stand. It's the people that, you know, trailer their motorcycles where they go, then they want to show up and act like they're part of it and like they're badasses. I'm like, you know, if you didn't show up to Sturgis with a bunch of bugs, you know, like glued to the front of your motor because you hit them on the way out there, you really, you know, can't call yourself a biker. The only caveat to that is like, I know you got some of the older bikers that love coming out here, and they rode out here for years and years and years. They're getting a little too old and beat up. They can't do it anymore. Those guys, I will give them a pass, because usually, you know, when they run out there in an RV, you never have a problem with those guys. You know, you see some old biker dude with a beard down to here driving an RV, towing a trailer to Sturgis. Usually, that's not the guy that's a problem. It's like the guy that's a fucking dentist or a chiropractor or something, or, you know, made money some other way with a construction company, and they come out there and they got something to prove, and they want to show everybody how they're a badass biker, and they show up in their motor coach, and those are the people I can't stand. So, anyways, we're going to get on through here. I'm sure I'll be doing some videos when we get into Sturgis, so we'll catch up with y'all later. Hey everybody, we are in Rapid City, South Dakota right now. I just got done getting fuel. This place is an absolute fracking madhouse right now. We're gonna have to see if we can get out of here. Not looking very good at the moment. I mean, traffic is just stacked up and backed up as far as the eye can see. I am going to cruise through the parking lot here and see if I can bust out the backside. Actually, I think I can just make a right turn here. Yeah, let's just run right in front of the big truck, huh? Fucking dumbasses. So we'll cut around this way. Got a little trick I know here. I got the dash cam going so you guys can see this. But what we're going to do is I'm going to cut around the backside to get out of here so I don't have to fight my way across the bridge and all this traffic here. It's kind of one of those things, it's good to know it's having local knowledge to help you kind of get around and navigate when you need to. Because in a situation like this, I'd be stuck here waiting behind all these fuckheads. And yeah, there's all the guys that just pulled out, you know, the ones that just kind of busted their way in front of me there. You know, couldn't be patient enough for me to pull out, even though I'd started moving before they did. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, cut across, pop right back out on I-90 over here, and I'll be out here and rolling before they're even across the bridge. So, and here we are getting back on the interstate. So, nice little trick there. I bet those guys that cut me off still sitting there waiting in traffic. Didn't even take but, you know, extra couple of minutes, and really it didn't take me any time at all, because by the time I'd have been messing around at the bridge, I was going 55 miles an hour the whole way around that side route there as soon as you get up to it. So, and there's a couple of stops in there you got to make, but it ain't nothing. I mean, there's no traffic. So sometimes, you know, what's the shortest way isn't always the easiest way. And so we're chug-a-lugging right on time now. I'm going to hit it hard, see if we can get up to Billings. Well guys, good morning. We're in Billings, Montana. This is now day 3 of this load. I'm just getting ready to pull out of here. And I'm about ready to make someone an enemy who I've never met before. But there's a really good reason why. And I know some people are going to have some opinions about what I'm about to do. And there's going to be some people that don't like what I'm about to do. But I don't care, because I believe in what I'm about to do. And for the sole fact that I really don't like these guys and what it is they do. Hey, you too. We'll see you later. You see this truck I'm cruising on past right here? That guy, his name is Jason. I believe it's like Fabrizia or something like
in
that.
1/4 mile.
He's a kill buyer.
Turn left on Johnson Lane, then
well,
take the first left.
He's a guy that shows up, buys horses at the loose horse sale, hauls them off to packing plants.
Turn left
Actually, he hauls them off to people that export them.
First left.
And they take those horses and they butcher them and they turn them into meat. They send them to Europe, they send them to Asia. And it's a really bad deal, and I think it's really unfortunate. And a lot of people say, oh, well, the horses that are getting bought at these sales, they're the lame ones, they're the bad ones. No, it's you have lots of perfectly good horses out here that you know, wind up in the slaughter pipeline that, you know, are trained, they're broke. It's just their owners could no longer afford to take care of them and keep them. And instead of properly finding new homes for them, they wind up in the slaughter pipeline and they get butchered. And I think it's just a horrible thing. There's nothing wrong with these animals. They're not lame. They're not sick. You know, I understand that, you know, we have to have a way of dealing with animals that are lame, and, you know, I think it should be done in as humane of a way as possible when you can't fix the animal. But for me, you know, the idea that people eat horses like it's some kind of a delicacy, that just bugs the snot out of me, because you know, horses are my friends. I like horses. You know, horses have you look at the things that the horse has done for mankind over the years, we would have nothing we have today if it were not for the horse. And I hate these kill buyer types that come around here and they snatch up all these horses out of these sales. They come in and they haul them off, and it's a very traumatic experience for them. Just absolutely, these animals, I mean, I've seen the videos of what happens to them in the slaughterhouse, and it's horrific. I mean, I'm going to include a link in the bottom of this video, and you guys can see what these animals go through. And it specifically follows the path of one horse that got slaughtered up in Canada. And you know, that's something that people don't realize this day and age, is that, you know, you may have this this horse, and you may think you're doing the right thing by taking it to one of these sales, but you're not. You know, you got to find a better option, because, you know, this horse that they're talking about, they're started as someone's pet. You know, it was living at someone's house. Their kids were probably riding it, and within a couple of weeks, it's out getting slaughtered and turned into food. And I really don't like that. And I think if you guys go and watch that video, you'll see how horrific it is. And one of the things in my life that's one of my little missions is I've been working really hard and doing everything I can to get this business going to where it's strong enough that I can buy myself a little ranch someday. And once I have that ranch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up, and all we're going to do there is rehab horses. We're going to go down and buy them at the loose horse sales.
Turn left on I-90 West. We're
going to take those horses, get them rehabbed, get them to where they can be rehomed, and we're going to find proper homes for those horses instead of letting them go to the slaughter. And, you know, we're going to go in there. We're going to grab the best of the ones that we can. We're going to grab the ones that maybe just someone needed to give them a chance or whatever else. And we're going to take all these good horses that just don't get a chance, and we're going to save them. That's one of my big missions in life. And at the same time, while I'm doing that, I want to start a program up there, and what we're going to do is have veterans come up there who are suffering from PTSD, having a really hard time adjusting, and we're going to let them work with the horses. We're going to let them ride horses. We're going to, you know, turn it into a thing for them where they can go up and kind of find their center again. And it's going to be a program that's really built around the warfighter that's been through that and done that. You know, I'm a veteran myself. I'm not a combat veteran, but, you know, I am a 9/11 veteran, so I know a lot about, you know, what veterans go through. After the accident, I was in the military. Just the medical process alone was enough to give me PTSD. And so I can only imagine how bad it is. As a matter of fact, we're going by right here. This is where they have that sale.
1.75 miles.
Right here in Billings.
Take exit 452 on the right
but
to
like
I-90 Business Loop.
For the veterans, it'll be a really good thing, because they say there's nothing, you know, there's nothing better for the inside of a man like the outside of a horse. And horses are really awesome creatures, and I think we owe them better than what we're giving today. I mean, because they have given so much to us through our history. I mean, you look at how this entire state was built, it was on horseback. How the entire West was won was on horseback. How the entire continent happened, it was on horseback. You know, the early conquests of Europe were all on horseback. I mean, up until the Second World War, we were still riding horses. So for horses to be turned into nothing more than food animals today, that really bothers me.
452 on
and
the
so,
right.
I think we can take, you know, some of the evil things that are being done in the world, and I think we can turn them around. And I know I can't save every one of them. I know I can't save every veteran, but I know with veterans today, you have 22 veterans a day on average that are committing suicide. And you know, that's really tough. That's something that, you know, I think about a lot. And I know that there's a lot of guys out there that, you know, they do need our help, and they do need us to come together for them, because, you know, they went and fought for us. They fought for our freedom. You know, they faced unspeakable horrors. and to come back home to a nation that's, you know, been, quite frankly, very ungrateful in a lot of ways. You know, I can see how these guys have felt like their sacrifice was in vain, because there's times that I really feel like my service was in vain.
To
be bluntly honest, when I see things happening with the way the police are becoming crooked, and the government's becoming crooked, really the reason the police are corrupt is because the government that's running them is corrupt, and, you know, it's just a trickle-down thing. And, you know, we really need to fix the government from the top down and from the bottom up at the same time. We need to go through the whole thing. And I know that has a lot to do with why veterans feel the way they do. And I know that,
keep right to I-90
you know, for a veteran that goes to war, we'll see you later, Pete, and sees just unspeakable horrors while they're there, you know, it's a horrible thing for them. And when they come back to this country after seeing these horrible things and wind up feeling like it was all in vain, yeah, I can understand why guys are out there taking their own life.
To I-90
I can understand why it is that they don't have what it's taken to go through life every day and deal with the things that they're having to deal with. And, you know, why it is that it's so hard for them to function in our society, because our society's become pretty screwed up, and we have a lot of work to do as a country and a society. And for me, that's why I'm doing what I am, is because I feel our work starts right there. And so we're going to save a lot of horses in the future. We're going to be saving a lot of veterans at the same time, and we're going to try and do a lot of good. So, anyways,
on US 87.
Getting back into the video, I know the GPS has been squawking the whole time here I've been talking, but we are currently 303 miles away from delivery, 128 miles from my first stop. It says I could be up there about 9:15. So, ready to get this stuff off the trailer. I'm tired of looking at it. We'll get her up there, get her delivered, and then turn around. And I don't know what we're doing yet today after that, so it's just kind of wait and see. Probably won't have another load on the trailer tomorrow, because I'm going up to Havre, which is way up on the High Line. So it's there's not a whole lot of heavy equipment that I can haul that comes out of there. Most of it's farm equipment. A lot of it doesn't fit on this trailer, so I guess we just got to see. So it's a couple hours later. I'm just going through the city of Roundup, Montana right now, and I've been thinking about it ever since I left Billings. I mean, just seeing that truck there this morning made me mad, you know, because I know that today he's going over to that sale right there that's going on today, and I know that there's gonna be 25-30 horses get loaded into the back of his trailer today, and those are 25-30 horses all going to die. Every one of them will be dead within a week and a half's time. I just really bothers me. And I'm gonna redouble my efforts to get shit in gear here and make some things happen, because you know, I don't like seeing what's going on. And you know, it's been sitting here eating at me all morning. You know, I've known it's going on. It's something that's always been in the back of my mind. You know, I got a very strong love for horses. I mean, I've never met a horse that didn't become my friend. You know, I mean, just something about horses. I love them, and they're amazing animals. And the unfortunate thing about these animals that go to slaughter, these horses that go to slaughter, is every one of those horses out there, if you go out and you give them a little love and affection, and you know, give them a little compassion, every one of them would just try so hard to be your friend. And you know, that's just been kind of getting to me. It's like I'm driving out here, and you know, I look out, I see horses in the pastures and everything out here chomping down on hay, and it feels good to see that. But at the same time, I remember there's about 30 more this morning that are getting loaded into the back of that guy's truck, and they're about ready to be traumatized to all get up. You know, they'll be loaded in the back of that truck for 16, 17, 18 hours, and they're going to get bounced up and down the road, probably taken all the way down to New Mexico. And out of New Mexico, they'll be put into a holding facility there, transferred on another truck, and taken to Mexico. You know, Ari might take him into Canada, one of the two. I don't know which way he's going, but I know he'll be going one way or the other. And it bothers me thinking about that. And I know I can't save them all. I know I can't do a damn thing right now to save these horses. But kind of got me a little more motivated to work just a little extra hard here, just so I can get that much further ahead. You know, I think I'm going to take a little less time off than I've been planning on, and just keep on pushing it so I can make this thing happen. It's, you know, I guess you could say at this point I'm a man on a mission. It's really bothered me this morning for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't been able to quit thinking about it. And just seeing that truck there, I mean, it sat there in front of me all night last night, and I was sitting here on my computer kind of doing my end of the night routine, and I was looking at that truck, and it just bothered me, and it did not make me feel good at all. So I guess that's what it is, though. All right, stop number 1 is on the ground. Let's go do stop number 2, 175 miles. We'll be there right at about 1 o'clock. Get this done, and we can get out of here. Alrighty, here we go. Went pretty smooth. I was out of there in 15 minutes. I'd given myself an hour.